glitters as gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven.
Okay, I'm Dr. Dubovy, and I'm a survivor of Holocaust, and I will briefly tell you how the story, how I survived. There's several incidents there where I would call a miracle. When Hitler came to Czechoslovakia, where I was born, in the village there were 12 Jewish families, and it just happened that my father was a Slovak, he wasn't Czech, and this Gestapo decided that he is a foreign Jew and he's not going to touch us, and that gave us 3 years of survival. He put us under house arrest, and until 1942 we were in our own home. Then he sent us to the Slovak people who separated from the Czech Republic, and they sent us to a concentration there. And there was another incident where the commander needed a wooden floor in his office, and it just happened that my father knew how to make it, and he was impressed with him, and he decided to keep my father, but he wanted to send us to Auschwitz to be killed. And my father said to him, well, I go with them, or you're going to keep the whole family here. And this gave us another 2 years of survival. He kept us for till 1944, while all the other Jews came and went and were killed. And then was a little uprising for about 3 weeks, where uprising against the Nazis. And we were freed, and we went to hide in the mountains, hoping that everybody knew more or less that the war is coming to an end. So we were in the mountain for about a month until the food, whatever we had, we used up, and it was a question of what to do now. So my father decided that maybe in the village where he was born, that he hasn't been there for about 20 years, maybe somebody will recognize him or know of his family, and they will hide us. Well, on the way to that village, we were caught on the train, and they took us off the train, brought us back to the camp, and my father and my brother was sent as a working force to Germany to work, and I and my younger sister, my mother, was sent to Auschwitz. And there was another miracle there. We got to Auschwitz, and as far as I know, this was the only only train that was not unloaded in Auschwitz. They sent us back to Czechoslovakia. That whoever was on duty at that time decided that if he unloads us and kills us like all the other people were killed before us and after us, that what will he do with these bodies? He had no one to take care of them, to have them cremated and so on. And the Russian army was already approaching very fast. Within about a month of what happened, or maybe about 2 weeks actually, it was liberated by the Russian army. So he sent us to Czechoslovakia. There was a camp there, and then we were there from December 44 to the end of the war. And the plan was at that time to kill us by machine gun, get us to a square and start killing. And again, the Russian army came much faster than the Nazis anticipated, and they ran away, and we were free. And then I didn't have any schooling, so I had to start. I was now in 45, I was 12 years old, and I had only 6 months of schooling in the first grade. So I needed tutor, learn how to read and write, and went to school then, and I did very well in Czechoslovakia. And then we came to this country 3 years later. got to high school, the only thing I didn't know was the language. So they put me in the high school according to my report card and my age, and I did very well. That I graduated at age 17 with top honors and 2 gold medals. Got to City College of New York, but it was much cheaper than go to any college. And then I went to medical school. And I went to medical school in Europe because it was very expensive over here. And they didn't want Jews really at that time in medical schools that time either. And after that I came back and specialized in allergy. And after 30 years I retired. And I have a son and a daughter and a grandson. So everybody thinks it was a successful life that I'm living in this country. It's a wonderful country, and and it did very well.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.